built this boat from the stringers up, and it was all for one thing: freedom. Freedom to explore where bigger boats can't, freedom to just get out on the water anytime. This is one of those days, and as we go on this trip together, I'm going to show you why every boater needs a small boat in their life. So most people think that once you get a big boat, you're set. But honestly, this skiff that I restored is one of the best boating decisions that I've ever made. Guys, we're here at the Creek Canal. This is between Sunset Drive, 72nd Street, and Kendall Drive, 88th Street. And this is a series of canal systems that run all the way to the dam. I'm gonna put a map up here on the screen so you guys can see. And it stretches all the way down to the turnpike this way. And from the turnpike, it goes all the way down to 8th Street, and then it makes its way all the way to Blue Lagoon. I plan on exploring the whole length of this canal today. And we got our buddy Rydell, who's got an awesome YouTube channel. I'm with my buddy Gustavo, Alamar, Miami. You guys have seen him on the channel before. It's a fun day on the water. Okay, so we're here at the end of, or the more western end of the Creek Canal. As you can see here, we have the turnpike right here. And then now we're heading north. We're heading towards 8th Street, or Tamiami Trail, as many of you might know it. So we've got some people fishing here in the bridges. Yeah. Alright guys, we're coming up on Miller Drive. So this is 56th Street. This is Miller Drive and 117th Avenue, as you can see up there. We're gonna head out straight to Blue Lagoon, so I'll take you on a little tour of all these bridges. So this is 40th Street and 117th, and this is the lowest bridge. This is the lowest bridge that you're gonna encounter on this whole trip. So you gotta make sure you fit. My boat is really low. Another thing is you gotta be really careful with. Look at this. I'm gonna pick that up. So you gotta be very careful with this stuff. This stuff gets in your motor and on your lower unit, and you're screwed. So now we're gonna keep on going. That's Tamiami Park. And we're coming up on FIU, Florida International University. And we're still next to the turnpike. Alright guys, we're coming up on 8th Street. So this is Tamiami Trail. And now we're gonna turn right. We're gonna turn right, or we're gonna head east on Tamiami Trail. It does go west a little bit, down this way, but we're gonna head east. That's FIU, Florida International University. Raining a little bit, but alright, we're coming up on 107th Avenue and 8th Street, Tamiami Trail. We started on 97th Avenue, right between Sunset and Kendall Drive. So we're equal to where we started. Now we gotta keep going. One of the great things about hanging out in the canals is that if it rains like it is today, just hang out under a bridge and wait for it to pass. You can fish. We'll wait a few minutes till this rain cloud passes by. So we're gonna head out. This little rain cloud. As we're coming up on 87th Avenue, almost at the Palmetto Expressway. Guys, that's the Palmetto Expressway, the 826. Guys, this is the first lake before we get to Blue Lagoon. This is the first lake next to the airport, Miami International Airport. One of the benefits of having a small boat like the one that I have is that you get a lot more options for launching. You get into tighter spaces. It's easier to do. You could do it by yourself. I'm amazed at how fast I could launch and retrieve the boat. It's just, it really is just really fast. It's very convenient. It's also great for towing. You know, you don't even feel it behind your truck, and you don't need a full-size truck. You know, I have a small pickup truck. I have a Nissan Frontier, and it tows it like it's nothing. So, which is great on the truck, and it's great on fuel mileage for the truck as well. So another one of the benefits of a small boat like this is you get into, you know, the canals and the mangroves, and you get into the little creeks and flats that you wouldn't be able to get into with a larger boat like my Grady White, for example. So I'm able to do these different types of exploration, different types of fishing, and it's just, it opens the doors for a lot of these things. So when the ocean is a little bit too rough and you really want to get on the water, this is the perfect boat to do it in, and you can do it in a place like this. And there's a bunch of different canals that they have in South Florida. You can even go to the Everglades if you wanted to. No matter how rough it is out there, it's always going to be like this. Even with this rain, it's always going to be flat. So I don't know about you, but when I had only the Grady White and I wanted to do a quick trip, there was no such thing as a quick trip because it took so much to get that boat ready. And it's not even that big of a boat. It's a 24-footer. But with this, it's load and go, which gives you more time out on the water and you enjoy it more. You actually get a lot more out of it than maybe a bigger boat. So if you're boating, I mean, I was boating maybe once a month, twice a month. I'm going out every week. Saltwater, freshwater, it doesn't matter. I'm going out there. Right? So you're lowering the barrier to just boating more often, which is always a plus. Plus, this thing is just, it's easy to manage, it's nimble, and it's, if you have kids, it's easy to teach them, you know, and it's a little bit safer in these canals. You know, you have shore less than 30 yards away. The intentions behind restoring a small skiff was to do exactly what I'm doing now, but even having it now, there's even more possibilities that I didn't even think about. I can be here in the canals of Miami in this urban environment, or I could take it out to the Everglades, you know what I mean, and go out there. It's even more versatile than I imagined it would be. All right, guys, we reached Blue Lagoon. As you can see, this is a manatee zone, so you can't make wake here, so it's just gonna be nice and easy from here on out. And these are all apartment complexes, hotels, and things like that. It's been years since I've been on this lake. I think I did this trip 12, 13 years ago, 15 years ago on my 17-foot Key West that I had for a little bit. There's a boat ramp at Blue Lagoon. Yeah, so that boat ramp's been closed for about 2 years. So they made a new boat ramp there, and it's supposed to open. It was supposed to open today, but they're extending it for a little bit. So once that's up, I'm gonna come back here because this is a lot of fun to come out here. So, well, this is really nice. You just launch your boat, you just bring it over here, and you can load and unload there. That's a nice looking little ramp, man. It's got plenty of parking too. So this ramp is located on Northwest 7th Street and just a few blocks off of 57th Avenue, so right around 55th Street or so. You really can't miss it. But it does pertain to the city of Miami, so it's not part of the Miami-Dade County public ramps. Really excited to use this ramp once it opens. It should be open within the next few days. That's the Antonio Maceo public boat ramp. Now we've reached the eastern point of Blue Lagoon. And look, you have the airport right over there. Got the Hilton over here. And you can see the tips of the wings of the planes over here. 836 Expressway, which runs east and west. You have the airport right behind it. I'm thinking about maybe shooting a video where I camp out here at night. That would be interesting. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Should I camp out here at night? I'll do it. Here in the middle of all this stuff. See, everybody sees me out here camping with this little boat with a tent. We're about to go under the 836. Yeah. Nice little sunfish.
Esto le dicen también los panfish.
Panfish, yeah. All right, we're on the north side of the 836, and it's they created this little zone over here. I don't know if you can see it, but you can't go in there obviously, and it's blocked off. And they built some solar panels, and I believe those solar panels are to help light the certain lights on the expressway or something like that. This canal system keeps going, so we're gonna keep going. Check all that out, because that leads up to a dam over there. Man, it's a fun day on the water, man. Bring your kids out, you know. You could fish, bring snacks. You're close to shore, so it's safe, you know. You see the planes. There's always something to do. You're always gonna be entertained out here. So we're getting close to Lagoon. Here we are. This is Lagoon. Right under Lagoon, we've reached the dam over here, and look at the new stadium that they're building. The new soccer stadium right off the 836. I don't know when it's going to be done, but it's moving. We got another spot we're going to head to. We're going to grab some lunch. You can actually stop on the side of the canal and you know, dock your boat up on the rocks and stuff and climb up and go to any of these little restaurants there. But there's a restaurant right there by the Palmetto. Many of you that are local might know about it, but we're going to head over to Sony Seafood and see if we eat something, because we're starving and it's hot. We just got here to Sonia's Fish Market. It's a restaurant right on this canal that we were just on. You have the Palmetto Expressway right over here. This is Southwest 8th Street or Tamiami Trail. So it's right, you can't miss it. You're gonna see it. Food is supposed to be pretty good, but it's really the only waterfront dining that you can have here on this canal. So.
Ya estamos en Sonia's. All right.
All right, let's get to eating. I had the yellow rice with fish and plantains. I think it was like $14 a lunch special. Can't beat that. It was a lot of food. I'm full. All right, so Let's get going.
Las grandes sí no se dejan pegar tanto. And that's-
So those iguanas are invasive species. They eat up all the birds' nests, and they eat all the vegetation, and they're a nuisance, really. So you can actually harvest them, and people eat them. They say it tastes good. I've never eaten it, but all types of stuff you find in this these canal systems. That's the size of that one. ¿Viste eso? ¡Sí, carajo! ¡Sí, carajo! Now look, I'm not saying that a little boat is better than a big boat. I'm not advocating for you to sell your big boat and get a little boat. See, I have my Greedy White, and I know that a lot of people can't afford to have two boats. I totally get that. But if your intention is to get out on the water as much as possible, then trust me, a smaller boat, and it doesn't have to be a flats boat. It can be a john boat. It could be a dinghy if you wanted to. Everything that we did today, we could have done on a dinghy. We could have done on a john boat. We could have done on a smaller style boat. So I think today I used maybe 2 gallons of fuel. That was it. So if you do the calculations, it's probably about $8 in fuel, if that. It's very, very affordable. Smaller boats do get overlooked because of their size, but they offer huge advantages. Even if you already own a bigger boat, accessing shallow water, accessing tight canals, you can still fish when the weather's bad out in the ocean. You even clean them really fast too. Literally done in 5 minutes. Just opens up way more opportunities for you. A small boat won't replace a big boat, but it'll definitely complement it. If you love being on the water, owning something simple, that's light and versatile like my little skiff might just be the smartest boating upgrade you never thought you needed. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.